class we learned how to divide a number with one-digit divisor. We learned that we have a process, and that process is made up of 4 spaces. First we divide, then we multiply. And the third point is subtraction, and then we bring down. So for example, in this case, first we divide 8 divided 6, which is 1. Then we multiply 1 times 6, that is 6. We put it down here. The next step is to subtract, so we subtract 8 minus 6, which is 2. And the final step is to bring down. So we're going to bring down the 4, and we make 24. And then we start again. We divide, then we multiply, we subtract, and we bring down. We learned how to do it with one-digit divisor, and we saw many examples. We also learned how to do it, or what happens when we have two-digit divisors. In this case, we have to estimate our division and see if the answer was correct doing a multiplication. So for example, in this case, 24 in 55. How many times is 24 in 55? So we did 24 times 1, which is 24, 24 times 2, which is 48, and 24 times 3, that is 72. Then we had to see which of these ones was going to be closer to 55, but always below 55. It can never go over the limit. That's why we decided that it was number 2. And we decided number 2. Okay, so we learned how to do it with two-digit divisors. We did many examples. And I told you that today we were going to see another topic that we also saw in multiplication, and that is called, okay, sorry about this. And that is called, okay, we saw this example last class. So the new topic that we're going to see is estimating quotient. And the idea is the same of estimating products when we saw it with multiplication. We estimate quotients when we do not need an exact answer. And we have the same 3 words: more or less, approximately, or about. If the problem says more or less how many people, about how many people, or approximately how many people, you already know that you do not need to do the whole division operation, but you only need to estimate. How are we going to estimate? Let's say that we have this division, 843 divided 3. So what we're going to do is that we're going to use the multiplication table of the divisor, same as the exercise below. We're going to use the divisor, and we're going to see the operation tables of the divisor. 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, and so on, until 3 times 10 is 30. Now we're going to take the first number of the dividend, the big number. We're going to take the first digit of the dividend. The first digit in this case is number 8. And we're going to see in the answers or in the results of these multiplication tables, where can we find number 8? So 3 times what is going to be 8? So we know that there is no 8 because we jump from 6 straight to the 9. That means that the answer is going to be between 3 times 2 and 3 times 3. Which of these two numbers is closer to number 8? Of course, number 9. That's why we're going to use this one. So we only decide 3 times what is closer to 8, or in between which two results can we find number 8. So we can find number 8 between number 6 and number 9. So we know that we're going to decide between these two results. Now, which one is closer? Number 9 is closer. That's why we're going to use number 9. And the thing is exactly the same as if we round up. We use number 9, and we see how many numbers do we have at the right. In this case, we have 2 numbers at the right. That's why we're going to put 2 zeros. It's another way of rounding up. And the divisor is going to be the same. So now we have 900 divided 3. And it happens exactly the same as in multiplication. We're only going to use the numbers that are different from 0. In this case, 9 and 3. 9 divided 3 is 3. And exactly as multiplication, we're going to add the zeros at the end. That's it. I know it's really complicated to understand the first time, so I'm going to do it another time. Okay? Let's see what happens with this example. So we're going to use the multiplication table of number 4 to see how many 4s do we need to form the first digit. So in this case, how many 4s do we need to make 9? I'm going to put the multiplication here, and I'm going to look at the results looking for the 9. We don't have the 9 because 4 times nothing is 9. That's why we have to see between which two results is number 9. And number 9 is between the 8 and the 12. Now my question is, which one is closer to 9? Is 8 or 12? Which one is closer to number 9? In this case, number 8 is closer to number 9. That's why I'm going to put number 8, and all of the other digits are going to turn into 0. We have 3 numbers at the right, that's why we're going to put 3 zeros. The divisor is going to stay the same, and I only divide the numbers. 8 divided 4 is 2, and I add all of the zeros. There you go. Easy. I think it's easy. But let's see what happens with another type of exercises. This exercise has something different. Let's try to see what happens here. We're supposed to find how many times do we need to multiply number 8 to get to 3. But 3 is a number that is smaller than 8. So 8 times nothing is 3. That's why in this type of exercises, we're going to ask how many 8s do we need to get to the first two digits. In this case, number 30, okay? So we're going to use the multiplication table of number 8, and we're going to try to look where can we find 30. If you see 30 is right here between these two numbers, okay? Because 40 is already more, and 16 is much less than 30. So we're going to use much smaller than 30. So we're going to be between these two numbers. Now, is the 30 closer to 32 or to 28? In this case, the 30 is closer to 32 because from 30 to 32 we have two numbers, 31 and 32. And from 24 to 30 we have six numbers, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. That's why 30 is closer to 32. So I'm going to write 32. I see how many numbers do I have at the right, in this case only one, and I'm going to put it as a 0 in the right. That's it. Now I write my divisor, that is 8, and I see 32 divided 8 is 4, and I only have one 0. Easy. Let's see the final example. Okay, let's try to see the final example. So, same thing happens here. 6 times nothing is going to be 5 because 5 is less than 6. So I'm going to have to take both numbers. 6 times what is close to 56. So I'm going to use the multiplication table of number 6, and I'm going to try to find where can we locate number 56. If you see, number 56 is going to be right here between the 54 and the 60. Which number is closer? 56 is closer to which number? It's closer to 54. If it's right in the middle, you can use any number you want. But if it's closer to 54, you can use 54. So I'm going to use 54. How many numbers I have to the right? Only one. So I'm going to put 1 0, and I write my divisor, that is number 6. Now I divide. 54 divided 6 is 9, and I only have 1 0 at the end. This is the explanation of estimating quotients. I hope you understand it, and this is what we're going to do. I'm going to leave you these exercises. They are not homework, don't worry, you do not have another homework, you do not have a homework, but I'm going to show the results of these divisions right now. So what I suggest is that you pause the video right now. Please pause the video, and you can see the answers after you solve it. Pause the video, try to solve the first one, see the video or play the video again, and see if your answer is correct. Then you can pause the video, do the second one, then see if your answer was correct, and so on. I'm going in this order, okay? So, right now, pause the video. Very good. The answer for the first exercise was 2000. 2000. Very good. Now you can pause the video again for the next exercise. Okay, if you already finished, the answer for the next exercise was 800. Very good. I hope you do it correct. If you didn't do it correct, try to see what is wrong and try to correct it. Okay, you can pause the video again for the next exercise. Very good. So the answer for the third exercise was 400. I hope you do it correct. You can now pause the video for the exercise number 4. And the answer for exercise number 4 is 3000. If you don't have it correct, remember to see what's wrong. If you have questions, remember that in this hour I'm right here waiting for you to have questions. You can call me or you can write to my personal chat, okay? If maybe you have something wrong and you don't understand what it is, you can call me or you can write me a private message and I can call you. Okay, you can already pause the video for the next one. Okay, so the answer for the next exercise was 50. Very good. Okay, pause the video again for the next one. Very good. And the answer was 1000. We're going with the 9763. You can pause your video now. Very good. And the answer was 2000. Now let's pause the video for the last one. Go ahead. Okay, so the answer for the last exercise was 1000. Okay, guys, this is it for today. I hope you do understand. I hope you did understand everything. And if you have questions, please remember to give me or leave me a message on my personal chat so I can call you and explain you if you didn't understand. And that's it. See you next class. Next class is synchronic. So we are going to have meeting, okay? Bye bye guys. Have a nice day.